Hey guys, how's it going? CoderMan here. Merry day after Christmas, and as you guys may have seen from Instagram, the M3 is once again broken, but this time it's kind of funny. So let me go ahead and show you what ended up happening here. So basically, as you can see, the right front tire is off of the car and it is sitting right there. What had happened was I basically took the car out to go to Christmas Eve with my son and drove it down the road. Everything was great. Still messing with this autofocus as well as the colors, so I apologize if it's a little off. Getting used to this Canon R, so we'll see how it goes. But anyways, back to story time. Took it on Christmas Eve to go to my family's. Got about maybe half a mile down the road. The car threw a, you have a flat tire or low tire. Went and pulled it into a gas station to air it up. Noticed that it was very low. Put the system on where you set like 30 psi, 32, whatever. And as I started to fill it, I noticed it wasn't filling, and then all of a sudden the machine shut off. So right before the machine shut off, it basically flashed up on the thing 1 psi. And essentially what that meant was that the tire had 1 psi. I was driving on a flat tire. I limped it back home because it would have been hours for AAA. I needed to get home and get the Acura and just go to Christmas. So now it's Thursday, day after Christmas, and I want to get it all situated. So as you can see, the tire is now back with me. It's all set up, ready to go on the car. And I figured that I would try out the switch pod, see if it works from the ground, and show a little of the video of putting the tire back on, and then explain a little bit about what happened and how this happened so quick. Because I ended up having the tires switched over like less than 2 weeks ago. So this definitely should not have happened. So of course you can see I have everything set up. I have the tools over on the side. Basically I have a breaker bar that I'll use to put the lugs back on, and then I have a torque wrench to get it down to spec. So I'm going to speed up portions of this because I'm sure you guys have seen tires being put on and it's not all super interesting. But I wanted to go ahead and try out this tripod, and so far it's at the perfect level and it's attached to the camera. So this is not a sponsored video by any means. I bought this through a Kickstarter and I figured I would show how it is. Obviously, I'm sure you've heard that you want to make sure that you put these on in a star pattern. So what I do is I basically get them all situated and then put them on in that pattern. And I know that these wheels are dirty beyond belief. You can go ahead and leave me a comment, but I'm actually going to be washing the car after this is done, as it's not 2 degrees today. So take advantage of the weather and wash the car. So to really get these on tight, you want to go ahead and lower the car down on the wheel once you have it, plenty tight that it's not going to wiggle. Otherwise, you're fighting with gravity. So basically, just take a quick look, make sure that there's nothing under the car when you lower this down. This is just a cheap Harbor Freight 2-ton race jack that won't even go under the front of the car. But it works for what I need. So basically just slowly turn it, let it fall. Don't drop it. Nothing good can come of that. And then now you basically just want to use the torque wrench, which I have right here. Picked it up from Lowe's. It's obviously not a snap-on, but I own 2 vehicles. I don't do this for a living, and even that was like $100. So, believe it or not, the breaker bar was like 15. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but it works perfectly fine. And then I just have a 18mm socket. I believe this is an 18. It's either 17 or 18. I'm not actually positive. And I wrapped it in painter's tape to not dirty, not damage the wheels when I was at autocross. I mean, it's all set. Now you just basically pop the socket on the torque wrench, torque them down. I'm not going to tell you what I'm using for a torque spec because I want you to look at the manual and make sure that it's correct for your vehicle. And I have my torque wrench set to what it needs to be. Every torque wrench is different. This one, you click it twice and you're good to go. Take it for a short drive around the area, make sure everything's good, and then I'm going to take it for an actual drive. So there you go, all torqued down, ready to go. I'm actually going to show you guys what I use to clean the wheels. It's something super simple for the winter, or you could use it even in the summer. I use this iron, what is it? G2M iron from Gion, or Gion, I don't honestly know. What's great about this stuff is, as dirty as these wheels are, basically just spray on a liberal amount. And like most wheel cleaners, it's actually going to turn a color to show you all of the debris and stuff that it's taking off. And you actually start to already see it. It turns like a purple. So I'll go ahead and do the other three wheels and get these all washed up. I'm not obviously going to show you all of that. I'm sure you know how to wash a car and get it clean. And then I got to send this out for a detail because you can see that the winter is taking a toll on the paint. So now that the wheel's all set up and it's ready to drive, I'm going to go ahead and wash it like I said. Basically what happened was when they put the winter tire on the wheel, there was a slight gap. Corrosion on the alloy, didn't have a perfect seal, worked fine for about a week. But then of course as it was sitting, it would essentially leak air and go all the way down to 1 PSI. So something you want to do if you're having your tires switched over from summer to winter and you're putting them on the same wheel is have the shop clean the wheel, or if you have an opportunity, clean it. Obviously that's kind of hard if you don't have an ability to take the tire off. I mean, I guess you could have them take the tire off, wash it, and then bring it back, but I don't know, that just seems like a lot of work. So basically just have them wash it, make sure there's no imperfections so it has a perfect seal. Well, with the magic of editing and freezing cold hands, the wheels actually look acceptable. The barrels need to be cleaned. I'm not going to get into all that in the winter. As you can see, we clearly have snow, and I don't want to be messing with all that, but it's good for the winter. I'm going to dry it now and then go take it for a ride. I'll give you some clips of that, which is what I intended to do on Christmas Eve, because we got some really good roads around here that aren't all that occupied right now. So hopefully this actually works out this time. So I'm sure you guys can figure out now why I'm here, but if you can't, I have the EOS R with me and I want to take some photos with it, as I haven't yet. I've heard great things and I'm basically just kind of experimenting with this to see if this is going to be my new all-around camera. And right now I'm actually shooting on the iPhone, which you'll notice from the audio, but video wise it works great. So let's go ahead and race the sunset and see what I can get. I'll share them in the video for the photos, as well as I'll put them on my Instagram, which I'll throw up on the screen now in case you aren't aware of what my Instagram is. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little montage of clips that I shot with the EOS R. I am once again freezing. I feel like I've rendered every single video like that, but right now it's 32 degrees. Car's running perfectly well. Got it here and everything's good. As you guys can probably tell from a lot of my videos, I need to get an inspection sticker. So I need to stop driving this before I get that because, or excuse me, I need to stop driving this until I get that because it's not legal right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up this weekend and get this back on the road so I can actually enjoy it. So as always, I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Thanks to all the recent subscribers. We're already at, I think, 1,740. We're cruising right along to 2,000. Hope to hit it by the end of the year. Not sure if that's gonna be possible, Maybe if these last couple videos do well, then it will, but I'm going to continue it in 2020. A lot more videos, a lot more interesting content. I'm really excited with the setup that I have here now with the camera. I feel like I'm a Canon salesman, but I'm really not. I pay for all this stuff. I just really like the setup that I have now because I can just go into the car, shoot stuff, have fun, and not have to deal with a whole lot of color grading and color correcting and all sorts of things that I had to do before. Plus, I'll be honest, the flip out screen's a game changer because I can actually see what the hell it is that I'm shooting when I'm looking at the camera like this. So I am freezing. I'm gonna get back in the car, head home. As always, appreciate you guys checking out this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.